Okay, so this lab, we are going to be doing something very similar to what we did last time, heating up things in a crucible, except this time we're going to take some Epsom salt. So Epsom salt is magnesium sulfate, but it's not pure magnesium sulfate because a lot of salts have water attached to them, so they're hydrated salts. And what we want to do is figure out the empirical formula for this salt. What's the ratio of moles of salt, magnesium sulfate, to moles of water? And to do that, we're going to do the same process as we had last time. So I'm going to have you do this in the oven once again. It's basically the same thing you're going to do. Here we're going to do this on the crucible. It's the packet, well, the one that I didn't, it's the crystal now. So you're going to see Epsom salt crystals. They're shiny, and so I'm going to go ahead and weigh this. I'm going to put everything onto the scale once again. I have the crucible, beaker, and the cover, and that's 64.28 grams. And I'm going to go ahead and weigh that salt now. So take some Epsom salt. You don't need very much. Probably, you have a couple scoops in there. I think if you put one scoop in there, that probably should be enough. I'm gonna put a little bit more, and yeah. So this is my mass here, 65.22 grams. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this onto, on the crucible. And I'm going to get my goggles and we're going to fire up. So I got to turn the gas on. Hang on a second. Okay, so as we had last time, we're going to take the cap. Make sure you take your cap, your cover, loosely cover it, because we're going to... So there's no actual chemical reaction we're doing this time. We had a reaction last time. We wanted to make sure the reaction went to completion. This time, we are doing a really dehydration. So we're going to dehydrate the salt to make it anhydrous. Anhydrous means without water. And then go ahead and turn on the gas. Okay, put this up. I'm going to do a gentle heating first. So heat it up for a couple minutes like this. Gentle heating. In your situation, you're going to heat up in the oven. And make sure, you don't want anything to spatter out. That's the kind of the caution here. If you heat it up too quickly, stuff can spatter. And so hopefully nothing spatters on your the cover. If so, hopefully you weighed the cover. You can weigh it all together. All right. I know this is going to be... I'm going to fast forward probably so you don't have to watch this whole thing. You're going to heat this up high for a couple minutes. I'll be back. Okay, so this has been heating up for a few minutes now. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. It's really hot. You can see it's red hot underneath there. I don't know if you can see that. Probably can't see that. But I'm going to turn this off. Now we're going to let it cool. Since it's really hot, you got to let it cool for several minutes, probably 5 to 10 minutes. And I'm also going to cover it so that moisture from the air does not get into there, because we do not want it to rehydrate. So what happens when you dehydrate a salt, it's going to want to rehydrate. So we're going to cover this up so it does not get any moisture in there. We're going to wait and see you in a little bit. Okay, we've let it cool now. We're going to go ahead and weigh this. So I'm going to put this on the scale. Use the crucible tongs like we did before. Grab the little middle. go. And we see that it's 64.74 grams. Okay, so that's after one heating. I'm going to go ahead and heat up again. We want to heat it to constant mass. This one probably need to heat up more than the other one. For your lab, I think just one heating should be okay, but it might be good to just try 2 heatings for this one so that you get a sense for if it's going to be constant mass or not. So I'm going to take the cover, move it out to the side again, and go ahead and heat it up. And you wouldn't have to do a gentle heating for this one. I would just go ahead because we did the initial gentle heating. So this one we're going to go heat it up full throttle for 5 minutes and then let it cool down and see what happens. Okay? Okay, so we've let it cool. We're going to go ahead and weigh it again. Make sure my scale is zeroed. Okay, so here we go. It is 64.72 grams. I think that was the same as before. If it's not, I don't have time to do another heating. If it was the same, then you're fine. If it's not the same, normally you would keep heating it another time. If it's within 1/100 of a gram, I'm just going to say it's close enough. So we're going to go with that, and then now we have to figure out what the mole ratio is for water and magnesium sulfate.